Hello and welcome everyone to the start of a brand new vlog. Now this week's video is inspired by a few of my friends which are buying a new house this year, so I hope this video is very helpful for you. Now buying a house is a very emotional time, both negatively and positively. 1 minute you could be stressed, the next minute you could be really excited and just want to move in. And when me and Kaylee went through the process, that was the same. So we're hoping that this video talks you through a few tips, a few routines in this video. So guys, come along with us and enjoy mine and Kaylee's life as first time buyers. Let's go. So today's video is going to be broken down into sections, in particular scenarios, let's say. So our very first scenario is when me and Kaylee finally got our date of completion and it was time for us to buy the items to go into the house. It's important this because buying the items is probably one of the most expensive part. You've got lots of different things that you're going to want to buy. Things like storage units, cleaning supplies, food, and then your big items like your sofa, your beds, and then like your white goods. So if we focus on kind of like the white goods and big items first, they're probably like the biggest items that you'd need for the house, and also the items that are essential to help to make you live there. But they're also the most expensive. But then they're also the items that you can't actually buy till you've moved in. So it's important that some money is put aside for those items. If you can, try and get things on discounts. You don't need the fanciest of items because you're probably not used to using them yourselves. Obviously, things like beds and sofas, you want to make sure they are comfy and right for you, but you don't need to get the best Samsung Ecotech washing machine, for example, that's ridiculously expensive. Unless you want that, by all means. But like me and Kaylee, it wasn't about getting the most expensive. It was getting something that would benefit our particular lifestyle. So that's something that you probably want to consider. The next thing is that these largest items as well, you've got nowhere to store them, which is probably why you'd buy them once you've moved in. So if you take me and Kaylee, for example, when we did actually move in, we couldn't actually stay in the house straight away, because we didn't have a bed, we didn't have a sofa, didn't have a washing machine, so we had to buy those once we was in. So it was actually a week after we had moved in before we could officially move in properly. So yeah, that was that. Now, to help us actually with the buying of items, we created an online spreadsheet where we'd put each room that we had in the house, bathroom, living room, kitchen, that type of stuff, and then we'd put the items that we wanted, the items that we needed, and the items that we already had. And that helped us a lot when we was buying these items. It helped us know what money to put aside, and then it also helped us once we did move in unpacking. The next thing is about actually packing the items. So the day came, me and Katie were moving in, and we'd already done a lot of the packing. Now, one of the biggest problems that we did, that if I could go back in time I'd change, is the way we packed things. Now, always pack your newest items first. So the items that you've just bought, and pack your everyday essentials last. Because the items that you've packed last will actually be the items that you get out first once you've moved in. So, for example, you don't want to put a set of brand new Tefal pans at the bottom of a clothing bag, move in, and then not be able to find them because you can't cook your first meal, which is what we'll talk about again in a second. But that's kind of the first scenario, buying house goods. Buy your... kind of think about what it is you're buying and just try to find ways in saving money, because your money will disappear when you are buying things for your new house. So our next scenario is me and Kaylee have finally got the keys, we've finally moved in, it's our first night in the house, we've found those Tefal pans that are at the bottom of the bag, and we can cook our first meal. Now, it was quite difficult when we first moved in because we weren't used to cooking for ourselves. Now, by all means, we had cooked like simple things like spaghetti bolognese and all that before, but now when you're cooking a meal every day, you want to try something different. So we tried a lot of different recipes, found a lot of different things that we actually liked. So the first thing is cooking in bulk. So going back to what I just said about the recipes, you'll find that a majority of the portions are for more than the actual amount that you're making it for. So if I'm making, let's take spaghetti bolognese for example. If I found a recipe, it'd probably be for 4 people, whereas in reality I'd only need it for 2. Now you can go to the effort and you can half all the ingredients, or you could just cook it as it is. I'd always advise cooking it as it is, because you can then cook in bulk and save the leftover food for another meal. That saves you money, and it also stops you from having to make another meal in the future. Now, it's also good to always plan ahead when you're cooking a meal. Now that's above my head just there is a food planner. So on it, it's got a section for like a shopping list, which is where we'll write all the food ingredients that we need. But then we've also got a day-by-day guide on the foods that we're going to actually make. Now, this is a good way to help you save money when it comes to buying the food, so you're not buying random ingredients, and also kind of keep a healthy lifestyle and look forward to what you're actually eating. The only issue with that is, I think I mentioned it before, where if me and Kaylee are at work, we could plan something out really nice and then find out that I'm not actually going to be in for it, and then it can cause a few issues. But the next scenario, guys, always cook in bulk and plan ahead when it comes to your meals. It'll help you save money, it'll keep you healthy, and you can just enjoy making food. So the next scenario is renovation. Now, me and Kaylee, since we moved in, we've had a lot done to the house. Conservatory isn't one of those things, by the way. But yeah, when it comes to renovating or upgrading your property, let's say, there's a few tips that we've kind of thought of that have helped us save a lot of money, but also get the jobs done a little bit quicker. So the first thing is, if it's something that you can do yourself, try and do it, basically. Don't spend money on someone who can do something that's pretty basic. For example, I didn't think I'd be able to build our bed upstairs, but then I thought, instead of paying someone to come and build it for us, I'm going to give it a go. And the majority of the time, if you're buying from a good company, they'll have decent instructions and you'll be able to understand them. So I was able to do that. But then if it comes to things that are a bit more complex, for example, let's say replacement of windows, I'd advise getting those done by a contractor. So the next thing as well, on the theme of that, is never go with one contractor. See if you can get a few people in the local area to come out and get different free quotes and just challenge the prices, basically. So that's another tip to save a bit of money. And then the final thing is, if you can, try to use friends and family. So say you know friends or family that work in a particular trade, whether it's joinery, construction, or work along those lines. See if you can get those to come. You might be able to save yourself a little bit of money. Usually, as well, you can get a bit more prioritisation when it comes to being a customer as well. So that's quite nice. So when it comes to renovation projects, just, take those tips and hopefully you should be good. So the next scenario is, it's a day off, one of our days off, and we've come in and we thought, you know what, I'm going to clean the house. Now, there's a difference between vacuuming a room and cleaning an entire house. And usually when it comes to cleaning an entire house, it is such a boring task. Obviously, I don't really like cleaning, but if it needs to be done, I will do it. And something that me and Kaylee have done since we kind of moved in, instead of doing the house all in one go, we will break each room down and do it at different times. So we'll do the living room one day, let's say, and then we'll do another room another day. It just helps us break down our day, and then we're not wasting days off just cleaning all day. Plus as well, if you're handling bleach and dodgy chemicals for an entire day, I'm pretty sure it's unhealthy anyway. So to keep a healthy lifestyle, don't do that. But yeah, I mean, to save money, don't buy cleaning products that you don't need, I guess. I mean, there's a lot of cleaning products, there's a lot of cleaning influencers that will be like, get this item, and Kaylee will listen to those and buy those items. But you'll find that there's a lot of multi-purpose products that you don't really need. Like, I don't see the point, personally, in buying a bleach that you can use down your toilet and then a different bleach that you can use down your sink. I've probably said that completely wrong. But you get what I'm trying to say, I would have thought. So, yeah, when it comes to cleaning, just break it down. Don't do it all at once and save yourself the hassle. And that is it, guys. So we have come to the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope some of the tips and advice will help for the people that are buying houses in the near future. Now, we are going to be uploading a video tomorrow as a Valentine's special, so do stay tuned for that. And I hope it works because it's quite short notice that I'm going to be making it, and I hope it works for you guys as well. So until next time, guys, thank you for watching. I bid you all farewell. Guess what's next? Bye-bye.